Iranian cuisine or Persian cuisine is the traditional and modern style of cooking in Iran. Situated in West Asia with a diverse population, the Iranian culinary style is unique to Iran, though has historically both influenced and has been influenced by Iran's neighboring and conquered regions at various stages throughout its history. Specifically, these have been mutual culinary influences to and from Turkish cuisine, Azerbaijani cuisine, Kurdish cuisine, Caucasian cuisine, Mesopotamian cuisine, Levantine cuisine, Greek cuisine, Central Asian cuisine, and minor aspects from Russian cuisine. Through the Persianized Central Asian Mughal dynasty, aspects of Iranian cuisine were adopted into North Indian cuisine. Turkish cuisine, Azerbaijani cuisine and Iranian cuisine on the other hand have heavy mutual influence on each other, due to geographical proximity, ethnic relations, many common cultural aspects, shared empires, and conquerings by such as the Achaemenids, Sasanians, Seljuks, Safavids, Afsharids, Ottomans and Qajars. Fresh green herbs are frequently used along with fruits such as plums, pomegranates, quince, prunes, apricots, and raisins. Typical Persian main dishes are combinations of rice with meat, such as lamb, chicken, or fish, and vegetables such as onions, various herbs, and nuts. To achieve a balanced taste, characteristic Persian flavorings such as saffron, dried lime, cinnamon, and parsley are mixed delicately and used in some special dishes. National cuisine. Dishes. Iranian cuisine includes a wide variety of foods ranging from cello kebab, koresh, ash, couscous, polo, and a diverse variety of salads, such as Shirazi salad, pastries, and drinks specific to different parts of Iran. The list of Persian recipes, appetizers and desserts is extensive. A famous Iranian dish with sheep brain and hooves is called kale paka. Rice. The usage of rice, at first a specialty of Safavid court cuisine, evolved by the end of the 16th century CE into a major branch of Iranian cookery. Varieties of rice in Iran include kampa, razmi, anbabu, molai, sadri, kanjari, shekari, dudi, and others. Traditionally, rice was most prevalent as a major staple item in the rice-growing region of northern Iran, and the homes of the wealthy, while in the rest of the country bread was the dominant staple. The varieties of rice most valued in Persian cuisine are prized for their aroma, and grow in the north of Iran. Cooking methods. There are three primary methods of cooking rice in Iran. Bread. Second only to rice is the production and use of wheat. There are said to be more than 40 types of wheat breads, from very dark to very light. Bread is called naan in Persian, as well as other regional major languages in Iran such as Kurdish, and it has been borrowed as naan in English via Hindustani. There are four major Iranian flatbreads. From crisp to limp, at least one type of flatbread will be a part of every meal. Naan-e lavash is an example of the thin crisp bread with good keeping qualities, while naan-e sangar is a fresh yeast bread, baked on hot stones and eaten while still warm. Fruits and vegetables. Iran's agriculture produces many fruits and vegetables. A bowl of fresh fruit is common on most Persian tables, and dishes of vegetables and herbs are standard sides to most meals. The climate of the Middle East is conducive to the growing of fruits. These are not only enjoyed fresh and ripe as desserts, but are also combined with meats and form unusual accompaniments to main dishes. When fresh fruits are not available, a large variety of dried fruits such as dates, figs, apricots and peaches are used instead. The list of fresh fruits includes dates and figs, many citrus fruits, apricots, peaches, sweet and sour cherries, apples, plums, pears, pomegranates and many varieties of grapes and melons. A small sweet variety of cucumber is popularly served as a fruit. Iran is one of the top date producers in the world. Some special date cultivars, such as rotab, are grown in Iran, while the eggplant is the potato of Iran. Iranians are fond of fresh green salads dressed with olive oil, lemon juice, salt and pepper, and a little garlic. Vegetables such as pumpkins, spinach, green beans, broad beans, courgettes, varieties of squashes, onions, garlic and carrots are commonly used in rice and meat dishes. Tomatoes, cucumbers and scallions often accompany a meal. The term dolma describes any vegetable or fruit stuffed with rice or a rice and meat mixture. Grapevine leaves, cabbage leaves, spinach, eggplant, sweet peppers, tomatoes, apples and quince. The most popular dolmas in Iran today are stuffed grape leaves, which are prepared by lightly parboiling the fresh leaves in salted water, then stuffing them with a mixture of ground meat, rice, chopped fresh herbs such as parsley, split peas, and seasoning. The dolmas are then simmered in a sweet and sour mixture of vinegar, lemon juice, sugar, and water. Fillings vary, however, from region to region and even from family to family. Stuffed cabbage and grape leaves are the only dolmas that can be served hot or cold. When intended to be served cold, they generally do not contain meat, however. Fruit dolmas are probably a specialty of Persian cuisine. The fruit is first cooked, then stuffed with meat, seasonings, and sometimes tomato sauce. The dolmas are then simmered in meat broth or a sweet and sour sauce. In recent decades, new variations have been introduced, largely under Western influence. Potatoes, artichokes, green peppers, tomatoes, and other vegetables are also stuffed. A few examples of the main ingredients in Iranian specialties would include duck, pomegranates and walnuts, lamb, prunes and cinnamon, spinach, orange and garlic. Khorasht bay is an example of using fruits in Iranian cooking. Chunks of lamb are stewed with slices or cubes of tart quince and yellow split peas. This dish is always served with rice. The above are only a few examples of the combination of meats and vegetables, or meats and fruits plus seasonings that may go into chelo khoresh, a favorite Iranian dish that is served at least once daily. This is a dish of crusty baked rice topped by one of the stews listed, or any one of dozens more, limited only by price and availability of ingredients. Abgore, the juice of goreva juice, is used in various Iranian dishes. For example, it is an ingredient in ashisar, a soup prepared with spinach, leeks, yellow split peas, and seasonings. Abgore is also used to simmer dolma yikadu, which is stuffed summer squash. Abgore flavors several types of khoresh like khoresh-ti alouez fenash, khoresh-ti havaj, and khoresh-ti chagla badam. Unripe grapes are used whole in some dishes, such as khoresh-ti gore. Abgore was frequently used until not too long ago also as a souring agent for a number of pickles, dried pickles, and spices. As a spice, gore powder was sometimes reinforced by abgore and then dried. Drinks and desserts. The traditional drink accompanying Iranian dishes is doogh, a combination of yogurt, carbonated or plain water, salt, and dried mint. Other drinks include sherbets known as sharbat and kakshir. One favorite is aabe havaj, alternately called havaj bastani, carrot juice made into an ice cream float and garnished with cinnamon, nutmeg or other spices. There are also drinks that are not served with meals. These include shirmoz, aabe talabi, and aabe hendavane. These are commonly made in stands or kiosks in street corners on summer days and on hiking trails. Aabe anar is also popular and has recently become popular in North America. Sekanjaban is a thick syrup made from vinegar, mint and sugar, served mixed with carbonated or plain water. It can be drunk mixed with a little rose water used as a dip for romaine lettuce. Dessert dishes range from bastani zafarani to faluda. Persian ice cream is flavored with saffron, rose water, and includes chunks of heavy cream. There are also many types of sweets, divided into two categories: shirini tar and shirini kork. The first category consists of French-inspired pastries with heavy whole milk whipped cream, glazed fruit toppings, tarts, custard-filled eclairs, and a variety of cakes. Some have an Iranian twist, such as the addition of saffron, pistachios, and walnuts. The second category consists of more traditional Iranian sweets: shirini-e barangi, shirini-e nokodchi, kurlush, shirini-e keshmishi, shirini-e yazdi, nan-e kaluki, and others. Other popular sweets include zulbia, bamiye, and gashi fil. Bamiye is an oval-shaped piece of sweet dough, deep-fried, and then covered with a syrup traditionally made from honey. Bamiye is similar to tulumba, but much smaller, 2 or 3 centimeters wide at most. Zulu beer is made of the same sort of batter, also deep-fried, but poured into the oil in swirls, then covered with the same syrup. It is typically described as looking similar to a pretzel. Gushi fil is also made of deep-fried dough, in the shape of a flat elephant's ear, and then covered with powdered sugar and topped with pistachios. One of the classics, halvada, comes in various qualities and varieties, from mainly sugar to sesame seed paste and pistachios. Nol, sugar-coated almonds, are often served at Iranian weddings. Harira, comparable to gruel, is a very diluted and light farinaceous Persian dish made of fine wheat flour, a wheat starch, or with rice flour, a rice powder, sugar, oil, saffron, ground pistachios, or almonds may also be added. Because of its lightness, most dictionaries consider harira to be a suitable diet for sick people, but indeed it is a kind of dessert, which, according to its thickness and use, is variously called maskati. Essential accompaniments. There are certain accompaniments that are essential to every Iranian lunch and dinner, regardless of the region. These include a plate of fresh herbs, called sabzi cordon, basil, cilantro, coriander, fenugreek, green onion, mint, radish, savory, tarragon, and Persian watercress, or a variety of flat breads, called nananoon, fresh white cheesed walnuts, sliced and peeled cucumbers, sliced tomatoes and onions, yogurt, and lemon juice. Persian gherkins and mixed pickles are also considered essential in most regions. Tea is served at breakfast. It may be served at other times based on the region, usually many times throughout the day. For example, in the province of Khorasan, it is served immediately before and after lunch and dinner. The traditional methods of tea preparation and drinking differ between regions and peoples. Fish. Fish is considered the first source of animal protein along the southern and northern coasts of the country, but it is not much eaten in the rest of Iran. Fish is traditionally served with rice and fresh herbs on the first day of the new year at the end of the zodiacal month of Pisces. Along the Caspian Sea coasts in northern Iran, a popular dish is shur mahi, heavily salted fish steamed on a bed of smothered rice. Although the residents of these areas eat all kinds of fish, the most popular are species of sturgeon, trout, Caspian kutum, salmon, shad. All parts of the fish, from the roe and intestines to the head, are used in cooking. Particularly popular in Mazandaran is a large, stuffed white fish, similar to striped bass, baked and served with herbed rice. The stuffing usually consists of garlic, parsley, tarragon, scallions, coriander, mint, ground walnuts, barberries, raisins, lime juice, and salt and pepper, all sautéed in butter or oil. In southern Iran along the Persian Gulf, the saltwater species are used: grouper, croaker, sole, red snapper, grunt, flounder, and mackerel. Influences from far afield using tamarind and curry powder, combined with local ingredients including fresh herbs, fenugreek, and garlic, lend a distinctive character to these southern fish dishes. Regional cuisine. Northern Iran Kata is the traditional dish of northern Iran and is simply Persian rice cooked in water, butter and salt until the water is fully absorbed. This method results in rice that is clumped together and is the predominant style of cooking rice in the Caspian region. In Gilan, Golestan and Mazandaran, Kata is also eaten as a breakfast meal, either heated with milk and jam, or cold with Persian cheese and garlic. Kata is commonly eaten in other parts of Iran because of its short cooking time and easy preparation, and is prescribed widely as a natural remedy for those who are sick with the common cold or flu, and also for those suffering from stomach pains and ulcers. Some of the foods like chagdurma are only used in the Turkmen region of Golestan province, but many other dishes are used in all parts of Iran. Iranian caviar and Caspian fish roes hails from that region, and is served with eggs, in frittatas or omelettes. The cuisine of this region has the most affinity with other cuisines of the wider Caucasus region. Northern Iran is home to the most numerous list of recipes compared to other regions. The most favorite dishes of this region are the Gilan, Mazandaran and Golestan provinces. Variety of rice is considered one of the best in Iran, where it has been in use since the 4th century BCE. Eating fresh raw broad beans is common in Gilan, Mazandaran and Golestan provinces, either alone or with cooled kata and salted fish eggs, but selling and enjoying of hot-cooked broad beans sprinkled with salt and powdered Persian marjoram are not an uncommon street scene in cold weather almost everywhere in Iran. The Gilani dish bakali qatoq is cooked with dill, garlic, and turmeric, into which eggs are emptied at the end. Khuzestan seafood is the most important part of Khuzestani cuisine, but many other dishes are also featured. The most popular Khuzestani dish is galia mahi, a popular fish dish that is prepared with heavy spices, onions and cilantro. One of the fish used for grilled fish is locally known as mahi sobor, a species of fish found in the Arvand River. Other provincial specialties include galia magu, ashmos hala, sayashur, halim, and koba. Esfahan in central Iran is home to dishes and delicacies such as Iranian Azerbaijan gabli. This traditional dish in Azerbaijan is made of rice, lentils, meat, potatoes and groats. Garni yarak, the torn abdomen, in Azeri kofta Tabrizi, a kind of kofta that are unusually large. Tabriz is notable for its delicious cookies and confectionaries in Iran, some of which are gorabia. Eris nofa, a special kind of gaz made mainly in the Azeri regions of Iran. Nofa is almost exclusively made with walnuts instead of pistachios and almonds, which are usual for other types of gaz. The making of nofa is very much the same as any other gaz. The difference is that nofa is usually spread between two very thin layers of wafers and cut into 10 by 5 by 5 centimeters sections which are larger than ordinary gaz cubes. Baklava, ash is popular thick soup in Azerbaijan. It comes in variants with different ingredients. The word ash had passed from Persian into the Central Asian Turkish languages. Bozbash. It is a kind of abgusht, made with meat, red or white beans, green vegetables, herbs, onions and leeks, dried limes, and spices. These ingredients are simmered together in water over low heat for several hours. As with most abgusht, when the ingredients are thoroughly cooked, the solids are usually removed and mashed to a pulp, known as gushti kubada. The broth and the pulp are then served separately with flat bread and a pickled green vegetable relish. Varieties of Azerbaijani ash include traditional table settings and etiquette. The traditional Iranian table setting firstly involves the tablecloth, called sare, and is spread out over a Persian rugged table. Main dishes are concentrated in the center, surrounded by smaller dishes containing appetizers, condiments, side dishes, as well as bread, all of which are nearest to the diners. These latter dishes are called mukhalafat. When the food has been served, an invitation is made to all those seated at the sare to help themselves. Many Iranians continue to use bread or rice to eat the meals. Structure of meals. Breakfast is called sobana and nashteh. The basic traditional Iranian breakfast consists of a variety of flat breads, butter, Tabrizi white cheese, feta cheese, whipped heavy cream, or a variety of fruit jams and spreads. Other popular traditional breakfasts include halim and asha mozhala. These latter breakfasts are typically regional specialities, and many cities and towns all across Iran feature their own distinct versions of these dishes. Both asha mozhala and halim are typically prepared the night before to be served the next morning, and halim is usually only served at certain times of the year, except in southern parts of Iran, where halim is always present. Kale parka, a popular traditional dish widely eaten in Iran and the neighboring Caucasus region, is almost always only served from 3 in the morning until sometime after dawn, and specialty restaurants are only open during those hours. Lunch and dinner are not distinguished in Persian. Traditional Persian cooking is done in stages, at times needing hours of preparation and attention. The outcome is a well-balanced mixture of herbs, meat, beans, dairy products, and vegetables. Major staples of Iranian food that are usually eaten with every meal include rice, various herbs, cheese, a variety of flat breads, and some type of meat. Stew over rice is by far the most popular dish, and the constitution of these vary by region. Tea is the drink of choice on nearly every occasion, and is usually served with sugar cubes made from sugar beets called gand, dried fruit, pastries, or sweets. Tea can be found brewing throughout the day in most Iranian homes. Doogh, a yogurt drink, is also quite popular. One of the oldest recipes, which can trace its existence back to the time of the Persian Empire, is goreshti fesanjan, consisting of duck, sometimes chicken, in a rich pomegranate and walnut sauce that yields a distinctive brown color, most often served with white rice. Using dairy products in Iranian cuisine has an old historical background. As an example, kash is used in dishes like kalajush. It consists of fried onions, dried herbs, and boiled kash, eaten with bread. Foods containing kash, including kalajush, have been common among tribal peoples and villages for centuries, especially in wintertime, as it is both easily prepared and affordable for low-income families. Kash is quite nutritious and contains protein and calcium. Kash processing was one of the easiest and most effective ways of conserving dairy products in hot climates during pre-modern times. Fast food, imported and adapted foods. Popular fast food items in Iran include chelo kebab, juj kebab, now-no kebab, kebab sandwiches, and a number of different derivatives of traditional slow-cooked meals. An increasing preference for American-style food amongst a younger generation of Iranians has resulted in the establishment of many pizza, steak, hamburger, and fried chicken establishments, but Western food is sometimes served alongside staples such as those mentioned above, and is often prepared differently. Chinese and Japanese cuisine has also become popular in recent years, primarily in Tehran, and Italian and Mediterranean restaurants are also featured. The noted influence of European and American culture before the Islamic Revolution has also imparted preparations such as bechamel, gyros, milanesas, and others to Iran. Historical Iranian cookbooks. Although the Arabic cookbooks written under the rule of the Abbasid Caliphate include some recipes with Persian names and clearly derived from Persian cuisine, the earliest classical cookbooks in Persian that have survived are 2 volumes from the Safavid period. The older one is the Khanama Babi Tabaki Virginia Sanity and written in 927 1521 by Haji Muhammad Ali Bavechi Baghdadi for an aristocratic patron at the end of the reign of Shah Ismail. The book originally contained 26 chapters, listed by the author in his introduction, but chapters 23 through 26 are missing from the surviving manuscript. The recipes include measurements for ingredients, are often detailed directions for the preparation of dishes, including the types of utensils and pots to be used, and instructions for decorating and serving them. In general, the ingredients and the combinations in various recipes do not differ significantly from those in use today. The large quantities specified, as well as the generous use of such luxury ingredients as saffron, suggest that these dishes were prepared for large aristocratic households, even though in his introduction, the author claimed to have written it for the benefit of the nobility, as well as the public. The second surviving Safavid cookbook, Madad al-Hayat, Risala Dar el-Tabaki, was written about 76 years after the Khanama by Anwar Allah, a chef for Shah Abbas. The introduction of the book includes elaborate praise of God, the prophets, the imams, and the Shah, as well as a definition of a master chef. It is followed by 6 chapters on the preparation of various dishes, 4 on rice dishes, 1 on kalia, and 1 on ash. The measurements and directions are not as detailed as in the Khanama. The information provided is about dishes prepared at the royal court, including references to a few that had been created or improved by the Shahs themselves. Other contemporary cooks and the specialties are also mentioned. Iranian cuisine abroad. Iranian cuisine is not widely recognized and is sometimes confused with other Middle Eastern cuisines such as Arab cuisine. Many Iranian supermarkets and restaurants are labeled as Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, or international to broaden their appeal to the European or American consumer. Turkish cuisine, Azerbaijani cuisine and Persian cuisine on the other hand have heavy mutual influence on each other, due to geographical proximity, many common cultural aspects, shared empires, and ethnic relations. For example, Azerbaijani Turks are the second largest ethnicity in Iran. These influences are seen in its kebabs and other dishes due to cultural contacts with Iranic peoples and Turkish peoples. Persian cuisine is gaining popularity in multicultural cities like London, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Washington, D.C., and Toronto, which have significant Iranian populations. Los Angeles and its environs, in particular, are well known for the number and quality of Persian restaurants which are usually centered around kebab, but almost always also serve various Iranian stews and other traditional dishes. Gallery.